David Winters was a software developer, heading a team that built a $100 billion application for the U.S. Treasury called Pay.gov. And he gave it all up at the peak of his career to become a teacher and co-founder of Tech Elevator. What's Tech Elevator? It's a boot camp to teach people to become software developers. There's a growing need, and these boot camps are growing all over the country, but it's new in this market. So far, they've helped people that were bar managers, they had a PhD candidate, there was a Target associate, landscaper, and they've all become software developers.
So prior to Tech Elevator, I was the application architect for a program called Pay.gov, which is managed by the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland, but it's actually a project for the U.S. Treasury Department. Well, there's several reasons. Personally, I found that in my career I was moving further and further away from the stuff I was really passionate about, which is working with other developers, mentoring them, and really building things. I was attending a lot of meetings, drawing a lot of pictures, but it wasn't really satisfying me in the way that some of the work I had done earlier in my career had. At the same time, this boot camp model was catching fire all over the country, yet we did not have one in Cleveland. And I knew that that was a problem because I had worked to hire software developers for my team, and I'd seen how hard it was. It was hard to find qualified people. So I knew there was a real need for folks with these skills in the local area. So it just seemed like such a great fit for me personally, and just something that the Cleveland area really needed. Well, they're growing because there's a huge demand for software developers. You look at every company on the face of the planet, they're employing programmers. So it's not just the software companies like Google and Microsoft and so forth. We've got companies in here in town like Sherwin-Williams, and employs hundreds of software developers, and they're a paying company. So there's huge demand for programmers, and there's also a huge shortage. So there are not enough programmers to go around. For someone that's interested in getting into the field, their options have historically been, if they didn't go to college to get a CIS degree to begin with, then they could look at going back to school. But that's a couple of years out of their life, and $50,000, $60,000 in tuition. What the coding bootcamp does is it really offers someone the ability to gain these skills in a very condensed time frame, at a fraction of the cost of what they would pay at a traditional higher education realm. And the reason that we can offer a tuition guarantee is because we know that we can train people to do this work, and we know that they're in demand out in the marketplace. You've had tons of experiences in your past. You've acquired lots of skills. You've figured out what your strengths and passions are, and you're going to be able to bring that to whatever it is that you're going to pursue next. So, I guess have the confidence that everything that you've done to this point is going to pay off in your next endeavor.